Each year, thousands of Oklahoma students drop out of high school before earning their diploma. It's a nationwide epidemic that education experts say is reaching crisis proportions. The Frontline program Dropout Nation recently examined the efforts of a Texas high school to reverse the spiraling dropout rate. Oklahoma education officials are also stepping up efforts to keep students in school and on track for graduation.
This school was once referred to as a dropout factory. Some of these kids have horrific odds against them.
School ain't my life. I gotta make sure I can eat every day. That's my job.
You turn your back on me. You don't even appreciate what I do for you.
Education is touted as the path to a successful life, and failure to graduate from high school can have serious consequences. The numbers paint a bleak picture. According to the U.S. Department of Education, dropouts face an unemployment level of 12% and a poverty rate of more than 30%. A study by Northeastern University shows incarceration rates for dropouts were 63 times higher than for college students. The study also found those without a high school degree will end up costing taxpayers an average of $292,000 over their lifetime, due to costs associated with incarceration and other factors. John Cramen is the executive director for student information at the State Department of Education. Cramen says nearly 1 in 4 Oklahoma students who enter the 9th grade will leave before receiving their diploma.
Based on our leaver rate, our 4-year rate is we're losing about 23% of our kids. That's a rolling average that the Office of Accountability in the state has calculated. If that holds true going forward, when we put the cohort graduation rate in, we might expect to see our rate drop to 33%, losing a third of our kids to drop out.
Determining the real dropout rate is problematic. State law in Oklahoma defines a dropout as any student who is not attending school, is under the age of 19, and has not graduated from high school. Former State Senator Angela Monson, chair of the Oklahoma City Public Schools Board of Education, says that makes it difficult to know how many students have actually dropped out.
If a student starts with us in the 9th grade, but doesn't finish with us in the 12th grade, and we don't know exactly where that student went, if we cannot specifically identify that student was a transfer student into the Edmond district or Putnam City or a private school or homeschool, then yes, we're held accountable, although that student may have simply moved out of state.
Efforts are underway to refine the calculations. Education officials are also working on an early warning indicator system to better identify at-risk students.
And we've actually developed a tool here at the department based on our student information system that allows districts that have sent all the necessary data to us, and we're working on improving that, to actually flag as early as possible whether a child has indicated risk of dropping out.
Currently, students are deemed at risk if they are a member of a household or family whose income is at or below the poverty level. They've not made substantial progress in mastering basic skills that are appropriate for students of their age. They have grades that consistently indicate major underachievement. There is evidence of abuse of the student, use of alcohol or drugs, pregnancy, or attempted suicide. Attendance is another key benchmark. Linda Toure is executive director for secondary schools and reform at Oklahoma City Public Schools.
If our kids come to school every day on time, we can almost make a prediction that, one, the family sees that school is important and that they want their child to be educated. They want their child to come to school to learn so that he or she can be successful.
Educators agree identifying at-risk students early is the key to reducing dropout rates.
If we address them early, we have an easier problem to solve, a less expensive problem to solve in terms of time and energy and money. And the graduation the same way. If we think about from a third graders, are they all reading at grade level and following that progress? Every little bit of progress you make in the earlier grades translates into bigger benefit down the road.
Lawmakers passed legislation in 2011 requiring third graders to be held back if they fail to read at grade level. Alternative Education Director Jennifer Wilkinson says that law is designed to catch deficiencies before they become major problems.
Just having those beginning standards set will just enforce that remediation that by the time the kid gets up to high school, that they're ready. They don't have the academic struggles that frustrates them into dropping out.
Oklahoma City, the state's largest school district, has launched several initiatives designed to keep students on track toward graduation. Monson points to the implementation of career academies, which prepare students for specific careers in fields such as engineering, information technology, finance, and health sciences.
So it's not just what's available in their individual school, it's not just what's available in the school down the street, but any high school in Oklahoma City Public Schools that offers the career of their choice, those students will have an opportunity to go to.
Monson says programs such as this engineering academy at Northeast High School offer integrated instruction to keep the students engaged.
So if I'm in an English class, my research paper and my writings may be about some engineering issue. My history lesson may be, let's look at U.S. history and the industrialization movement, but let's look at it in the eyes of an engineer.
Oklahoma City schools are also involved in the Gear Up program, which stands for Gaining Early Awareness and Readiness for Undergraduate Programs. The program, which is funded through a $3.7 million grant to the University of Oklahoma's K-20 Center, helps disadvantaged students prepare for college. Laura Buxton is the Gear Up project coordinator for Oklahoma City schools.
Typically, we're looking at schools that have a high dropout rate and a low graduation rate, and definitely a low post-secondary enrollment rate.
Buxton says the program is not specifically designed to reduce the dropout rate, but research shows that students who have hope for their future and aspirations to enter into post-secondary education tend to be more engaged and stay in school.